And what's going on, guys? Mini Call here coming at you with another video. This one is my entrance into Dark Dimension 4. Super excited, I guess, today. We will see how it goes. Have really no idea what to expect. Haven't really done too much in investigating as far as like other people entering Dark Dimension 4. For me, I kind of had a plan that I was planning to go with, and, just like with normal things in life, that plan has obviously changed a little bit, and kind of the big thing that I guess really changed for me was waiting to gear up a fifth character, and I was just kind of scrolling through my roster and just like looking at characters and all that fun stuff, and I realized I have a ton of Gear Tier 15 skill things, and I hadn't used them at all. So I was kind of looking through my skill characters and seeing who would be the best bet to take into Dark Dimension 4, kind of give me, I guess, the most value post Dark Dimension 4, and I made the decision to take in Baron Zemo. And yeah, so let's get into it. I'm not too sure how long this video is going to be. It's basically just going to kind of depend on, I guess, how long I last in Dark Dimension 4. So it's kind of an interesting team. It's certainly not one I really expected to bring in. So it's definitely a bit on the interesting side. So, we've got Thanos over here. Just going to kind of, I guess, show them where they're at power-wise. They're all pretty beefy, with the exception of Zemo. He's definitely the weakest member of this team. Thanos, 7 red, 7 gold. Phoenix, 6 red, 7 gold. Stature, 6 and 6. Yellow Jacket, 4 and 6. And then Zemo over here is 4 and 5. So I think actually the order they were kind of just hanging out in, I am liking for the most part. I think I am. I think I'm actually going to put Stature and Thanos kind of next to each other, and then Phoenix and Zemo kind of on the opposite ends. And so let's look at who we got enemy-wise, rather. So looking at this, there is, I would say probably the ones to worry about in this node probably are going to be the Taskmaster and maybe the Falcon to some extent. I'll have to watch out for that Merc Lieutenant for the healing factor, but this first node doesn't look too bad. So let's have me stop running my mouth. Let's load into this fight and see how we do. Originally was planning to take in a full Pimtech team for the first 6 nodes, and while I am still working towards my Pimtech characters, I wasn't going to not enter Dark Dimension 4 just because I didn't have the characters I wanted. Dark Dimension 4 is supposed to be more similar to Dark Dimension 1 and 2 in the sense that you can basically kind of slowly chip away at the nodes. So that is my plan. Kind of the sooner I get started, I'm hoping the sooner I can finish. And so this is definitely something new here with Dark Dimension 4 that, certain characters are going to be using certain abilities all the time. So Merc Lieutenant from this wave is always going to perform his special ability, which I believe is that healing ability. So he is definitely going to be someone I want to focus on. And Killmonger is always going to perform his ult. So that's something else to watch out for. So it is definitely something a little bit different on Dark Dimension 4 versus Dark Dimension 2, 1, and even 3, where they didn't kind of give you that heads up. So let's go ahead and ability block this Merc Lieutenant. Just kind of get the ball rolling. Other characters I guess I kind of want to watch out for is this Human Torch over here. He is going to hit pretty hard, and we are not looking to have that happen either. I think one issue I am probably going to run into with this team is sustainability, where there is not a whole lot of sustain on this team. There's basically zero healing. So I think kind of my philosophy or my strategy with this team is basically just going to be do as much damage as I can in a day and just hopefully slowly chip away at this. So let's kind of see how we do. Baron Zemo is blinded over here, so he's going to miss. I'm not going to go ahead and use his special. I guess kind of what I'm thinking, hopefully with the characters I have so far, Stature hopefully can feed some energy over to Yellow Jacket over here. And, basically, I guess I'll try to keep Phoenix alive long enough so that she can do her ultimate and really kind of get some damage in. Certainly looking like this is going to be a very short-lived first attempt. I do have some Dark Dimension energy kind of built up for refreshes, just because I haven't, refreshed anything in quite some time. So I'll probably do a core refresh, and I think damage-wise, probably my best bets are going to be Phoenix and Thanos. So I will go in and probably refresh them. So definitely looking, this first one, pretty quick wipe here. Gonna hopefully take out that Merc Lieutenant, which we did. Another cool thing about Yellow Jacket and why I like him so much as a Dark Dimension character is his health drain is pretty insane in the Dark Dimensions. So stealing 30% from these like massive health pools does an insane amount of damage. So you saw there, he just did 350 damage to Namor. Let's see if we can maybe take Namor out. So wasn't able to take out Namor, but did at least manage to take out two characters for this first little attempt. Let's see if we can almost finish off Namor. So first attempt, certainly not the most exciting, and obviously did not make a ton of progress. But like I said, this is really, this team has kind of like no strategy or synergy to them. So it's really just kind of going in to start it. So I do have these refreshes, so let's go ahead and refresh Thanos and Phoenix. I'll see how these two do as kind of a duo in a refresh. Oh, actually, never mind. That's kind of annoying. I didn't realize that would be the case. So, you know what? Might as well just go in then with a full refresh. And since I already basically wasted that energy, that's a little disappointing. That energy can't be used without burning cores to do these refreshes. It almost makes it like useless energy for Dark Dimension 4. So that's kind of crummy. Was not expecting that at all. So, going forward, I do not plan on wasting cores to do kind of refreshes. So that is not something I will be continuing. But since I already spent that Dark Dimension energy, it makes sense to basically, not let that energy go to waste, as they would basically be refreshing, at midnight anyway. So I think something I am going to probably change up a little bit. I was kind of in a Dark Dimension 3 mentality where, in Dark Dimension 3, you really didn't want Phoenix doing basically that move where she stealths everybody, because in Dark Dimension 3, the characters just hit so hard. So if Phoenix did that stealth ability and everyone else was stealthed, she would basically get nuked in one turn in Dark Phoenix mode, which basically kind of negated the whole purpose of her going into Dark Phoenix. So I think I need to get out of that mentality, especially with the team I'm bringing in. I think I'm definitely going to want Phoenix to die sooner rather than later, and the enemies here are not hitting quite as hard as they did in Dark Dimension 3. So that's definitely a different mentality to get out of. that's just something I'm going to kind of have to remember. So we are doing much better on this second little wave, and I think part of that is the fact that I did have Phoenix go into Dark Phoenix mode earlier rather than later. So I think that definitely might kind of help this team out a little bit. They are not going to have a crazy amount of sustain between nodes. And that's just primarily because, like, once Phoenix is dead, she is not going to be alive for the next match. So I think what I will be doing is, in situations where I am able to complete a node and Phoenix has died, I might use that energy on Phoenix to basically just give her a second attempt. That'll only be if I have at least 3 other members still alive. So I think that's how I will spend that energy. Looking at it here, so in this one, Falcon from this wave will always perform his special ability. Now, Falcon's special ability is the one that basically gives everyone speed up based off of how many buffs are on the team. So that is going to be a very powerful move, and that is not something I want going off on a regular basis. So he is definitely going to be a primary target to basically get out of real quick. Other ones, Vulture from this wave will always perform his special ability. Vulture's special isn't too impressive. The only thing that is detrimental with that is it does cause the slow. So looking at the field so far, I would say Falcon and then Vulture will probably be my primary and secondary targets. And then Shocker from this way will always perform his special and ultimate abilities. So Shocker's special is the one that gives him speed up as well as other Sinister Six members, and I believe damage up. So he's going to be another one to watch out for. So I would say then, with that information, Falcon, Shocker, and then Vulture, assuming there are no other. All right, so it looks like those are the only requirements for this one. So let's go ahead and start targeting this Falcon first. See what we can do to him. If we can possibly get through, 2 waves, I would be pretty impressed for a initial pass. We'll see how that goes. I would say so far on this team, my big damage dealer really is Yellow Jacket, and that is because I did T4 that special ability, so it boosts his drain from 20% to 30%, and I mean, you're seeing here just like the pure amount of damage he's doing is pretty impressive. So definitely a T4 that I think is worthy of, or an ability rather, that's worthy of getting T4'd, especially if you plan on taking him into Dark Dimension. Pretty much any version of Dark Dimension, 3 or 4, that ability is like super effective. We did lose our Thanos and Zemo, so I'm hoping we've got him with his taunt. I'm hoping I can at least maybe get rid of this Falcon, and that will probably be it for this first run. Do a little talk through on just, I guess, kind of my initial thoughts on Dark Dimension 4. I'm certainly not seeing a level of frustration that I think a lot of people saw in Dark Dimension 3. And the enemies, while they are pretty strong, it does seem to be a bit more scaled and a bit more even. So I wasn't able to take out that Falcon there. I should be able to get him on my next pass through. I can certainly, if y'all are interested in, I can certainly record these Dark Dimension 4 attempts. They are going to be pretty short-lived videos, I would say, just based off of the team I'm currently bringing in. But I would say for a first attempt, getting about halfway through that node isn't too bad, especially considering this team does not really have any synergy, and, it wasn't very strategic, I would say, on my end. But yeah, so, pretty pleased with myself so far. Definitely not the level of frustration that I think was, felt for Dark Dimension 3. Other kind of characters I am possibly looking at bringing in, and it's basically just kind of a matter of time. Hela will be joining my Dark Dimension 4 roster. The rest of PimTech, as I'm trying to get them up. I'm currently working on Ghost. Jubilee is quickly on her path to Gear Tier 15. Basically all she's missing is actually just kind of standard orange gear. So that is something I am farming on a daily basis. Other people that are kind of in the works as well are Longshot and Shatterstar. They will be joining my Cosmic team, and then I will eventually start working on my city characters as well. That will be after, I would say, probably... I'm actually probably going to start working on them as well. Basically, just as they have items available, I am taking them up. So yeah, that was the first one and second playthrough with Dark Dimension 4. If y'all have any questions about the pass-through so far, and if you certainly would like to see me continuing to kind of document these Dark Dimension 4 runs, certainly happy to do so. Please like and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a good one, and take it easy.